Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 129. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. The starting metal is benzoic acid. You are using sodium in liquid ammonia. Next step, you are using alkyl bromide, which is the butyl bromide. They ask you to find the product. The products are like with aromaticity and without aromaticity, as well as the position of substitution. So where the C4H9 attacks. It attacks on the first carbon or the para carbon, or the aromaticity is there or conjugation is lost. So there are the 4 possibilities. From the question to product, you might guess where is the reaction center, and naming reaction is involved here. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting metal is benzoic acid. You are using sodium in liquid ammonia. It is the bridge reduction there. Bridge reduction reduces the benzene ring. It particularly the aromaticity is destroyed here. So what really happens is sodium supply the electron to the ring. So the single electron supply and the electron moves. It forms stable anion near carboxylic acid. The anion is stable because it near the carboxylic group. It is electron withdrawing group. Next step, sodium supply another electron, the anion formation. The anion is formed. Then you are using H plus there. The H plus quenches the anion, so the carbon is reduced. Then you have the anion, you are using alkyl bromide. So anion attack the alkyl bromide, you have new CC bond with alkyl bromide attached on the carboxylic acid carbon. So the answer is A here. Here I shown multiple steps for understanding. You can write it as single step too. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is Bridge reduction. Bridge reduction always remove the aromaticity, form the 1,4-alkene there. Second thing is the anion formation in the Bridge reduction. Normally the anion form near the electron withdrawing group. So the reduction happened at the para here. Then the question number 2. The starting metal is in question and you are using the base. The product is cyclohexane with epoxide above and tertiary butyl above. Here they ask you to find the reactant. The reactants are mostly OH substituted one. So OH and Br is syn to each other or trans to each other. Both are syn to trans to each other to the tertiary butyl or not. So the possibility defined by the stereochemistry here. So stereochemically bromine, hydroxyl group and tertiary butyl groups are different in all the products. From the choices of the reactants and the product, you might guess regioselective ring closure is occurred to form epoxide. The answer is D. Let us see how. The D will be the correct answer. Br and OH are above the plane. For epoxide formation, Br and OH anti to each other. Then we draw it in cyclohexyl form. So OH is above the plane, syn to tertiary butyl, and Br is anti. Then you are using the base. Base remove the proton. You have the anion formation. The anion attack the bromine. Bromine leaves. You have epoxide formation. If you redraw nicely, you have the required answer. Here, the answer C also have the possibility. But the Br cannot be axial in that position because it's syn to tertiary butyl. If you are interested, study and draw separately and analyze it. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is you should know how to draw stereochemically, particularly in cyclohexyl form. You should not lose the relationship. If it is syn, you have to draw syn and anti. So you have to be precise on that one. Second thing is epoxide formation. It's a kind of SN2 reaction. Both should be diaxial. Then only epoxide attack backside. You have epoxide formation. Then the question number 3. The starting metal is cyclopentanone and contain linear side chain. It has acid at the end. You are using titanium tetrachloride. They ask you to find the product. The products are ring closed one with 5 member and 6 member and 6 member and 6 member and 6 member with bridged carbons. So basically the question is about how the new bonds are formed. From the reactant to product you might understand regioselective ring closure is occurred here. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting middle is cyclohexanone with side chain, but all the products are containing ring closed product. So we redraw nicely for the ring closure. So the acid we redraw with charges. So you are using titanium tetrachloride. Titanium tetrachloride activates the carbonyl. You have active carbon. Then you have N- nucleophile. It attacks the carbon. It forms cyclized one. Then the charges has to be quenched. So how the charges can be quenched on the nitrogen? So what really happens is the titanium leaves, CO forms. Simultaneously the methylene group migrates and N2 leaves. This is a concerted mechanism. Three things happening. N2 elimination, CO formation, methylene migration. So if you redraw nicely, you have the answer B, where N is the connected atom. Here you have to learn two important things. One is whenever you have the cyclization, you have to redraw the molecule for the cyclization. Then only you can write the product without confusion. Second thing is leaving group. Always you bring the leaving group near to the active center. We are bringing the nitrogen, which is the leaving group, near to the carbonyl. Then the question number 4. The starting metal is the conjugated ketone and the long chain it contains the bromine. You are using methyl copper lithium. They ask you to find the product. The products are like cyclized product, but the cyclization in which way? Whether the cyclization occurs through oxygen or just the cyclization of 6-member ring. So there are the many possibilities, and where the methyl attack at the 4th position or the 2nd position. So from the reactant to product you might guess the question is all about regioselective ring closure and position of methyl is important here. The answer is D. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having long side chain. We redraw for the cyclization because you have the possibility of cyclization. So you should redraw for cyclization. Next step you are seeing methyl copper lithium. It's a soft nucleophile. Basically it's supply Me-. It is very soft. The soft nucleophile always add to the 4th position, or technically you can call it as Michael addition. 1,4 Michael addition. So methyl attacks, the charge travels. You have anion formation at 3. Then you have anion and bromine nearby. It has to be quenched. So the anion attacks the bromine carbon. It has a ring closure. So the product is clearly D. Here you have to learn two important things. One is methyl copper lithium. Methyl copper lithium provides the soft nucleophile which is Me-. Second thing is Michael addition. If soft nucleophile reacts, always 1,4 Michael addition observed. Then the question number 5. The starting metal is epoxide which is labeled with isotope and you are having bromine there. You are using sodium methoxide and methanol. They given the epoxide product which is rearranged one. The epoxide formed near the labeled carbon. Here they ask what really happened in the reaction, whether it involves a carbocation formation or rearrangement with SN1 reaction or SN2 reaction in the concerted way or neighboring group participation. So basically what really happened inside the reaction. So from the choices you might guess the rearrangement definitely occurred and OMe attachment is the real question here. The answer is both C and D. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having epoxide and reacting it with methoxide. Here methoxide can attack A, B, C, A carbon or B carbon or C carbon. C carbon contains good leaving group, B carbon has strain, A carbon has strain. But the reaction happened at A. Let us see why. Because B is sterically hindered with bromine. Bromine is bulkier, there will not be any SN2 backside attack. C it has good leaving group but the strain is more important than the leaving group ability. So the attack is only on A. So methoxide attack on A, you have ring opening. The anion is there, the anion has to be quenched. How the anion quenched? It attacks the isotoped carbon. So it attacks, it forms epoxide again which is the required product. So the O- help the Br to leaves there. So it is called neighboring group participation. It's a concerted SN2 epoxide formation. So the answer is clearly C and D. It proceed via concerted SN2 and neighboring groups involved in the participation and neighboring group involved in the reaction. Here you have to learn two important things. One is ring strain is more important than leaving group ability. Second thing is If there is a good leaving group, always reaction end up with leaving group because it's the only pathway for quenching. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.